Feeling grumpy or moody all the time isn't normal, no matter what people say. And struggling with stubborn weight that won't budge even with healthy eating and more exercise is usually a sign that something is definitely off. In this video, I'll share why it could be fat syndrome and what to do about it. As people age and try to cope with stress of life, often they notice a lot of changes in their bodies, especially when they get into their middle-aged years. Most people think their symptoms are the normal aging process, or they tell themselves that everybody I know feels this way. There's nothing wrong with me. It's just a typical guy or gal thing. What they don't realize is these silent issues they have, like stubborn weight and moodiness, don't have to be something to accept and just live with. Women and men are obviously different in their needs for certain levels of hormones. However, when men experience fat syndrome, they can suffer from similar symptoms to women in perimenopause. So for men, I call this the fat syndrome, or polyhormonal adrenal and testosterone syndrome. It's what I see so often in men in the middle-aged years occurring. It's not just andropause, which is looking specifically at testosterone, nor is it just straightforward metabolic syndrome. Fat syndrome is a whole mix of everything that's occurring. In fact, we see moodiness as a major factor in men who need support as they go through fat syndrome in the middle years. As men reach their middle-aged years, it shows up in multiple ways in their health. When we step back and look at the whole pattern of what is happening with their health, it includes the diet, the environment, nutritional deficiencies, and how these things impact their hormones. We need to define the key specific things for them that we have to correct. So that way we correct the issues at the root. Initially, men come in prompted by their wives that it's time to do a check-in. They're usually thinking, I'm fine, there's nothing wrong with me. But today, when we tease things out, we see that they have certain issues that aren't working the way they're supposed to. One easy way to think about it is to do this simple test called the look down test. Simply look down, guys. If you cannot see past your belly, you most likely have fat syndrome. It's usually a sign that several areas such as insulin, testosterone, cardiovascular, and nutrition need some course correcting, and that these changes are easy to manage. This is not normal aging. We see similar symptoms including fatigue, mood shifts, and weight gain around the midsection, thus leading to erectile dysfunction that can be partially explained from environmental exposure. In fact, our environment is more toxic than ever, which directly impacts our hormonal balance and our genetics. One of the things that men are exposed to a lot is excess estrogen, exposed daily in both water sources and through exposure in plastics and BPA-containing products. Genetically, when people don't detox well, estrogen can build up in their bodies, causing a lot of issues with their energy and also decreasing their libido. We help people to detox and normalize hormonal imbalance so they can regain their libido in a number of ways. So you feel the way you do not from a single reason, but from a conglomerate of systemic issues leading to fat syndrome. To go deeper on the topic of moodiness and stubborn weight, could it be fat syndrome? Become a patient by joining our onboarding program so we can discuss your specific situation. Simply click the button below this video.